We continue now at the top of Daf Chav Gimel Amud Aleph in Meseches Nedarim. This is Nedarim Daf 23a. And the previous summer of Shimon bar Rebbe went to the Rabbanan to undo a neder, and they were having a difficult time. Having mitztari Rabbanan mishimsha latulu mitulu l'shimsha. And the Rabbanan, they were in pain going from the sun to the shade and the shade to the sun, meaning they were pacing back and forth to try to figure out how they could undo this neder. Amar lei bitnis bereda Abashal ben Bitnis. So Bitnis, the son of Abashal ben Bitnis, said to him, Mi nadar, did you make this neder? Adaita the mitzari Rabbanan mitula l'shimsha mishimsha latula, on the understanding that the Rabbanan would be in pain going from the shade to the sun and the sun to the shade. Was this your intention? Amar, he said, Lo, I did not. Visharyua, and then they permitted that neder. And the Gemara continues, Rabbi Shmuel bar Rabbi Yossi, Havale Nidra Lemishra, he also had a neder that he had to permit. Asa lekamayo de Rabbanan, he came before the Rabbanan. Amrule, they said to him, Nadarta adaita dehachi, did you make the neder thinking this? Amar lehu in, he said yes. Nadarta adaita dehachi, did you make it thinking this? Amar lehu in, he said yes. Kama zimnin, this happened several times. Kevan dechazahu katzra demitztari Rabbanan. So when a certain launderer saw that the Rabbanan were in pain trying to figure out how to undo the neder, so ma'achia ba'ochla dekitzri. So the launderer hit him with a launderer's tool. Amar, and he said, Adaita demachi likitzra lo nadri. So he said, I never had the intention that I would make this neder and I would get hit by this tool. V'shari l'nafshi. So that's how he found a way to permit this neder for himself. But the Gemara continues, Amar le Ravacha mi Difti l'Ravina, but Ravacha from Difti said to Ravina, Hai noladhu. This is something that's nolad, meaning to lo masak adaite, demachi like kitzra, because he never thought that was going to happen, that he'd be struck by that tool. V'tanin, and we learned in a Mishnah, ein poschen lo benolad. You're not allowed to find the Pesach using something that is nolad, something that is born out of nowhere, so to speak, something that is unexpected. Amar le, so he said back to him, Hai lav noladhu. No, this is not considered to be nolad. The shchichi afikure de mitzari rabbanan, because it happens frequently that people who are irreverent, they cause this kind of trouble for the Rabbanan, and therefore this is something that could have been anticipated. And the Gemara continues, Devisu da Abaya Havila Hibarata, the wife of Abaya, she had a daughter, who Amar Likrivoi, he Amar Likriva. So he, meaning Abaya, he said that this daughter should marry, he said marry my relatives, and she said that she should marry her relatives. The common understanding is this was a daughter of the wife of Abaya, but it was not a daughter of Abaya, it was a stepdaughter of Abaya. So Amar Law, so he said to her, Titzatzra Hanaasi Aloch, Yavarta Datoyu Minsavas Law Likrivach. So you should be prohibited to get benefit from me. This is what Abaya said to his wife. You should be prohibited to get benefit from me if you transgress my understanding, if you do what I don't want you to do, and you marry her off to your relatives. So Azlis v'yavad al datoy, so that's exactly what she did. She went ahead and she went against his intentions. V'insaval l'kriva, and she married off the daughter to her relatives. So Azal Akami to Rav Yosef. So now he came before Rav Yosef because he wanted to undo this neder. Amar Lei said to him, Ilu hava yadata avartal datach, if you knew that she wasn't going to follow your instructions, uminsaval l'kriva, and she was going to marry her off to her relatives, mi adarta, would you ever have made that neder against her? Amar, he said, Lo, no, I would not have done that. Vesharya Rav Yosef, and so Rav Yosef permitted the neder. And the Gemara says, Umishariki agavna, is that really permitted to undo a neder with that kind of reasoning? And the Gemara says, yes, Vatanya, we learned in a Braisa, there was an incident, a certain person, he made a neder against his wife that she shouldn't go up l'regel. V'yavral daitov also l'regel, and she went against his instructions, and she did go up for the regel. Uvolifnei Rabbi Yossi, and he came before Rabbi Yossi, Amarlo, he said to him, V'ilu hayisa yodeya shoveres al daitov, if you knew that she wasn't going to follow your instructions, v'ola l'regel, and she'd go up l'regel, klum heidarta, would have you made this neder against her? Amarlo, lo, he said to him, no. V'tiru Rabbi Yossi, and Rabbi Yossi allowed it, so you see that this kind of permitting of a neder is in fact permitted. And the Gemara continues, Rabbi Elazar ben Yaakov, Omer, Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov says, Af harotze lahadr es chaveiro sheyochal etzlo. Even somebody who wants to make a neder to his friend in order to encourage his friend to eat by him, Yomar lo kol neder shani yasid lidor hu batel. He can say, any neder that I make in the future, it's actually going to be nullified. I'm going to make a neder, try to get this person to eat by me, but any neder that I make, he makes this pronouncement that it's going to be batel, it should not be taken seriously. As long as he remembers that he made that pronouncement at the time that he actually makes the neder to try to get his friend to eat by him, then in fact the neder will be batel, and the Gemara will discuss this particular line in the Mishnah. And the Gemara says, "V'kevan da'amar kol neder shani asid lidor yehei batel." But once he says any neder I'm going to make in the future should be batel, lo shama leva lo asi b'hadei. So the person he's inviting is not going to listen to him. He's never going to come because he's going to know that this person made a pronouncement that all of his nedarim are batel. So he's not going to take the neder seriously. And we'll continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Chav Gimel Amud Beis.